confused. You know what? Your thing is limp. I don't like it.
What?
Touch your handle. Just touch it. There you go. That's not right. No. Look at. How do you live with that?
I didn't, but I'll be gone one day.
Shane,
Like, who's messing with the mic?
If you need a... Or no? All right.
Yeah.
Shane's back in the building, guys.
Hey, people.
Last week, everybody thought that...
Wait, you weren't here last week either?
I was not. This guy, iPhone, does he not have a shirt off? Some guy's there with no shirt on and tattoos on his stomach right there.
Where?
He's got a bald head right there.
Yeah, handsome
right
guy.
He's a handsome guy right there. He knows what I'm talking about. He knows.
Where did he go?
Did he leave us? No.
Yeah, because you're like...
Bro, I was going to say, hey, man, what's up?
Guys, hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Super excited.
Yeah. Not now that he left. That kind of depressed me.
Well, I mean, I bet you like, that wasn't a warm welcoming.
It kind of was. I was there. He's back.
Okay,
no, he's
thank
not.
God.
He's not.
That's Joey Ball, bro.
That's
Joey Ball's right there.
Joey Ball has his shirt on.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
He probably just went to go run and get his shirt on real quick. Shane?
I didn't mean to embarrass him or anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, you lead with a compliment, not like, hey, guy with no shirt on.
Well, he shows up with no shirt on. I have to say something.
Well,
Something like what? Like, hey bro.
Yeah, like what?
You looking handsome today.
Yeah. Hey, everybody.
Yeah. This is how our meetings. Did you guys miss Shane last week?
Yeah. 2 weeks. I've been gone for
Go
2
ahead
weeks.
and put it in
Yeah,
the
he's been gone for
comments
2
if
weeks.
You've missed Shane.
I've been gone for 2 weeks.
I see Chuck Zamzow.
I was up in Washington supporting our
For 2 weeks?
president.
Sorry, dog. 1 week.
Shane can't
Nice
help
try.
himself.
Yeah, he can't.
It's true. No filter. Hey guys, if you haven't already yet,
Chuck, no, you don't.
go ahead and go to YouTube and subscribe
Oh my
to
God.
Shane Earns.
It's only $12.99 a month. If you pay $15, you will see leg.
Yep.
A
Guys,
lot of leg.
Next week's vlog, I've already seen the pre-edits,
Yeah.
and there is partial nudity in it.
There is.
I don't know if that is going to be helpful if you guys want to go watch his vlog, or if that makes it worse. Or for me, it's like a bad accident. I have to go look. Yeah. And I don't know how to put in the comments what you guys think about whether Shane should or shouldn't do nudity in his vlog. Jesse can't wait to see it.
Butt cheeks are okay. When you walk away, butt cheeks are okay. They put them in all the movies nowadays.
oh my
I'm just
God.
saying.
No nudity from
What?
Amy McIntyre. I agree with Amy
I'm
completely.
very surprised.
If you guys really want like actual real vlog, you can come to my channel.
Anyways, guys, let's get this party started.
Clearly, us three are out of control. I don't know how it actually sparked.
We haven't been together for
a
bit.
day
It's been like a week.
because I was gone the weekend and no one was here on the weekend. So technically, I only missed Monday in the office.
Yeah,
We have problems.
we haven't
Separation
seen
issues.
Shane
We're
in a
turning into
while.
codependent fools over here.
Yeah.
Anyways, we love you guys.
Yeah, we love you. Thanks for coming.
Guys,
Yeah.
thanks for coming to the Recover Out Loud meeting.
Mm-hmm.
This is Heather.
I know it's Heather.
Jasmine.
Heather and Jasmine are here in the building. Guys, as everybody knows, we started the Hopeaholics podcast because of a tragedy. I lost my son-in-law. Super stoked to tell you guys, though, that Aurora is back. And she's in the building, man.
Mm-hmm.
And she's doing really good.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got 7 months sober herself.
Yeah.
That's big. That's huge.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Huge.
So
A lot of work.
excited to see her. We're gonna do an updated podcast with my daughter.
Nice.
It's gonna be pretty
nice.
pretty nice. What else, guys?
It's 6:00 something. Let's get going.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we got Heather.
All right.
She's gonna share her experience, strength, and hope with you guys.
Yeah, awesome. Well, my name's Heather. I'm an alcoholic. I have a sobriety date of April 1st, 2021, and for that, God gets all the credit. I can't take credit for something I couldn't do on my own, and the only reason why I know is because I tried over and over and over again. I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri, so I grew up in the hood. I was like one of 5 white kids, so on the inside, I felt like this independent black woman, but on the outside, I'm, this pasty white girl. And you know, so I really had to like buck up and show up for myself. And I was just angry. You know, I just remember being so angry as a child. My dad went to Iraq and he came back with PTSD. To deal with his PTSD, he drank. And I just thought that it was normal and it was the thing to do was to drink, you know. Family nights for me were Texas Hold'em parties, Friday and Saturday night. I'm really good at cards, you know. And so the first opportunity I had to drink and smoke weed, like I took it and I was like, yes, like this is my people, you know, like because that was my family, you know. And so I did, and I don't really know if when I drank for the first time, it was like that aha moment that it talks about in the book of Alcoholics Anonymous and Bill's story. But it was just enough for me not to think, you know? Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I got to do this again. You know, like, okay, I'm going to do this again right now. And it just progressed for me, you know, like I think my story is very similar to most alcoholics, you know, like I start drinking, I start smoking weed, I start hanging out with the wrong crowd. You know, I get the older boyfriend that's super abusive and inevitably I end up shooting up heroin. And I always like to share this when I share my story. So I had a house about 12 days after graduation. I moved into my own house and I had this normie boyfriend and I was with the wrong crew and I was selling drugs. I was doing all kinds of stuff that I wasn't supposed to be doing. And my partner who I sold drugs with didn't come through with his end of the money. And I was at work and the dope man's calling me, he's blowing me up. And he shows up at my house and my normie boyfriend answers the door and he has no idea what's going on, you know, like he kind of gets what's happening, you know, because like we have nice things in the house and, you know, like I put on this whole Jekyll and Hyde mentality. I call it my El Chapo mentality, you know, just think I'm the bee's knees. And he puts him to his knees and he holds a gun to his head until I answer the phone. And inevitably, like I'm driving home and I'm thinking like, God, this kid's such a puss, you know, like his parents would fill up his truck on Sundays. Like we were from different parts of town, you know, like different worlds completely. And I'm just thinking I'm going to go in this house and I'm going to talk him down and he's going to get over it and it's going to be fine. And I walk inside and he asked me who I was. And I remember like this gut wrenching feeling of like, I can't answer that question. You know, I could not answer that question. And so, like, of course, my first reaction is to tear him down. I'm like, do you like the truck in the front yard? And do you like the things in the house? And do you like the house that we live in? And, of course, he says yes. And I told him to shut the fuck up. And 2 days later, I went and I had horses at that time, too. So crazy. I've played so many different roles. And I came back and all of his stuff was gone. And I still haven't spoken to him to this day. He will not accept an amends for me. Every time I make something or try to reach out to him, he shuts me down, you know, but I get it. I totally get it. I terrorized him for a long time. And I just started playing the victim. You know, I started putting myself in cardiac arrest because at that time I was just doing like the fun drugs, cocaine, you know, like the party drugs that are easy to sell and people want to come over to your house and hang out and it fills your ego and you're like, yes, this is great. Everyone wants to be here. But the reality is like I was suffering inside, you know, and like all my friends who mattered to me or like my normal friends, I would say, you know, they drop off one by one, just like it talks about in Bill's story, you know, like I have a host of fair weathered friends and that's all I had left at the end of the day. And I have this repetitive pattern in my story where I find a man. And I found this man and he had long hair and he played guitar and I thought we were going to be gypsies and travel around in a van. But really he was just a tweaker and I had no idea what was happening. And, you know, he smoked meth, so that meant I smoked meth. And I start to lose everything one by one. Anything worth value in my house, it's got to go. The dope man cuts me off because he's, you know, he finds out I'm smoking meth and he was super abusive, dude. And again, like I don't share this part of my story because I want people to think that I'm a victim. Like this is just the insanity of my alcoholism, you know, the depths that I'm willing to go to in order to not feel like me. And this man one night after everything's gone out of my house was bare. It was so crazy. He ties me up butt naked. And he puts me in the mirror and he has me look at myself. And I used to have this really long hair down towards my butt. And it was like the one thing I liked about myself, even though I was like tweaker skinny, you know, I was like, yes, I still have hair. And he cut it all off. And I was laying there and I'm crying. And I wish I could tell you guys that like I had the normal thoughts like a normal person, where it's like, man, I should probably get out of this, you know, or like, man, I should call my mom or my dad, you know, like I could have called the big homie. I could have called anybody, you know, like anybody. But like the thought that repeated in my head over and over and over again while I was on that floor was like, man, I cannot get loaded while I'm tied up like this. And I sat there and I begged him to untie me. And that's exactly what I did. And it's just, it's a progressive illness, you know. I go from that, I sell my house, I tell everyone it's an inconvenience to me, you know, but really I just want that money to get loaded. And I go out and I'm getting loaded. I start smoking crack, PCP, like whatever it is, you throw it in front of me, except this time, like I don't have a hustle, like I don't have a will to live, and I just find another person. And that aha moment came when I was in a trap house with like 35-year-olds with no teeth. I remember looking around like, where the fuck am I? And, someone handed me a loaded rig of heroin, and I was shaken so bad because, you know, like I got that ominous warning. Like I knew it was the death of me because I had done opiates before, you know, like pop pills, Percocets, and, you know, things like that. And I loved it so much. And so when they handed it to me, I was so scared, but my pride and my ego runs me in everything I do. And I felt like I had something to prove to those people, you know, like, okay, like I can run with this crew, you know, I have nothing else to live for, so why not fuck it, you know? And I did it, and that aha moment arrived, and I hit my knees, and tears start rolling down my face, and everyone's staring at me like, are you okay, dude? Like, why is she doing that? But I was Heather the heroin addict, and that's how I planned to die, you know, and it hit me. Like, this is what I'm going to do forever. And I met another running buddy, and we were the Walmart Bonnie and Clydes. You know, I stole cars and he stole shopping carts, and it was that beautiful tweaker relationship where we beat each other up when we're dope sick, and we're not. We love each other. I used to post on Facebook, like, beautiful disaster, you know, and shit like that. But I die quickly. I'm not a good junkie. I'm gross. I go septic. I pick quarter-size holes in my body, and my parents find me one day and they asked me to go to treatment, and there goes, you know, the run around the United States. Every time I go to treatment, which I go to treatment about every 6 months, because like I said, I'm not a good junkie. I'm low bottom indigent. I don't like sleeping outside. I hate it. I go to treatment and I go in there and I play these different roles. I'm either the client that's like the straight A client where the therapists are calling your parents and they're like, yes, she's great. She's wonderful. She's working through all her trauma, you know, because I love to dump my trauma. I love to talk about myself, you know, like this is perfect. I've arrived, you know, or I'm not that client after the second or third time of going into treatment. I'm like, what's the point of this, you know, and I'm trying to leave every day and I'm just giving everybody, you know, a run for their money. They were definitely working for their money. I get another boyfriend when I have a boyfriend back home, and it's just a mess. But they take me to the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I just think I'm too young. I started to go to treatment when I was 19 years old. And I think I'm too young. Like, I really thought it was normal for kids to do drugs. I thought it was normal to run around and be free, and like, I was just so delusional. And I remember one time this old timer came up to me and he goes, Heather, normal people don't shoot heroin. Like, normal teenagers don't do that. You know, like, that's not a thing. And I was so mad about it. I was like, screw you, dude. You know, and of course I got loaded after. It wasn't until 2018-19 timeframe that I was in detox with this woman, and we were detoxing in the same room. And she's over there detoxing off alcohol and opiates. And of course, like, you know, I'm coming off opiates and I'm shaking and I'm sweating and I'm irritable. And she starts talking about Alcoholics Anonymous. And I'm like, listen, dude, you got to cut the shit. Okay. Like, I'm so tired of you sitting over there talking about experience, strength, and hope and how life's so wonderful when you do AA. We're literally in the same position. Like, this shit sucks, you know, like, can you please stop talking? But she promised me. You know, she promised me that if I did this, that I would have a better life. And I didn't have anything to live for at that point. You know, I'd been through so much domestic violence and, you know, just the lifestyle, what comes with the lifestyle, you know, the demoralization of it. And I think that was the first time in my life that I was ever loved like I was a blank piece of paper, you know? Like, she had no expectations to what I did. As long as I did Alcoholics Anonymous and I was of service to other people, like, that was enough for her. And we went all over, you know? We were speaking all over. We were helping people. And I finally felt the sunlight on my face. But that whole God idea, like, when it would be brought up in the rooms, like, I would cringe, but I was a fake. you know, because I would go in there and I would talk like I knew God and like I had participated. And the reality was like when I laid my head down at night, like I was left with me. It wasn't me and God, you know, like it wasn't those conversations that people talk about in the rooms. And one more time, like, you know, my codependency got the best of me and I get loaded, and I got loaded in Southern California. And it's just this repetitive pattern of me trying to beat the game. I've tried drinking, I've tried smoking, I've tried having a really big girl job, I've tried having all the things, making money. I thought that would work, you know, and somehow I still can't functionally use heroin, you know, like, because inevitably it leads me back to like the one thing, you know, the one thing that takes my soul every time. And I cannot tell you why. Like, I truly did not know what I suffered with for the longest time. And what it comes down to is one night, my parents had thought I was sober for about 3 years. Because I had a job. I would say I was like functioning. I don't even know if that's a thing for alcoholics, but I had things, and I was showing up to Christmas, and you know, I would answer the phone, and I had this weird thing where I didn't get loaded in my parents' house, and it was like the one thing morally that I felt like it kept me sane. Like, it kept me like a human being. You know, like, I'm not getting loaded at my parents' house. Like, I'll fucking sell myself for drugs. I'll let people beat me up. Like, I'll do all these things, right? But, like, I will not get loaded at my parents' house. And I had placed myself in a position to be back at my mom's. And I had overdosed. And at this point in my life, or in my addiction, the book had come alive for me. You know? Like, I woke up every day. I didn't want to do it. I would talk to myself in the mirror like a crazy person. Like, I could only imagine what my family was thinking I was doing in the bathroom, you know, besides drugs. But I was in there like begging myself, like, please stop. Like, I had a drawer full of like 200 Suboxone strips on the side of my bed that I would plan to take every day to detox myself. And I could not muster the willingness to take it. Like, it came alive, you know, like that powerlessness came alive for me. Because it didn't matter how much, and I knew so many people in recovery here, and I could have just reached out and anyone would have flew me out, you know, in a second. But I just couldn't. I could not. I physically could not get myself to do it. And I had overdosed at my mom's house, and because she didn't know I was loaded, she waited like 8 to 10 minutes to come into my room. And when she came in, obviously she called 911, and I woke up. You know, they came by the grace of God. Like, I woke up. And I woke up, I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk, I had pissed my pants, I had throw up in my hair. I was a disaster. And I remember looking up at the ceiling and asking God, like, why, dude? Like, why do you continue to bring me back to this? Like, I don't get the point. What is the point of this? Like, I obviously can't stop, you know? And my mom came in my room later that night and asked me if I was going to use heroin to leave the door open, because she was just that scared, you know? Like, she was used to seeing me as like a crackhead that she would come feed Cheez-Its to and stuff, you know, or like canned food. But she had never seen me dead. And 2 days later, I did the same thing, except for this time as the ambulance was leaving, my sister was pulling down the street. And my mom just like cracked the door. I'm laying on the floor. I can't walk. I can't talk, you know? And I'm just so disappointed. I'm like, dude, again, I did this again, you know? And the cat's out the bag. My mom's going to tell everyone that I'm loaded. And she comes inside and she doesn't know I'm in my bedroom. And she asked my mom if I had killed myself. And she had relief in her voice. Like, finally, dude. Like, finally she's gone. And it made me so mad. Like, and all those thoughts, the sick thoughts we get about our family, like, oh, you had it way better than me, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, we both went through the same pain, you know, and the same things of growing up. And this is why God gets all the credit for my sobriety, is because countless times I've been told the solution to this program, but I just couldn't see it and I couldn't feel it. I couldn't connect the dots, you know. I was truly delusional. I was truly sick. And when I ripped the door open to yell at my sister and tell her all about herself, when I looked at my mom and I looked at my sister in the eyes and there was just no hope for me left, you know, absolutely none, I got it. I finally got what they were saying to me all those years in Alcoholics Anonymous, that drugs and alcohol were never the problem. The problem was always me. That's why everywhere I went, I didn't stay sober. That's why everywhere I went, I caused destruction. You know, like I was lazy. I'm the quarter horse. I run short distance. I'm not a thoroughbred, you know, but I expect the winnings at the end, you know, like I expect that first place prize. And my attitude towards life is just trash. It's trash. And I play a victim, and then I play a tough guy, you know, like, you make me cry, I'm going to push you down. And it just all hit me in 1 second. And I had a choice to make. It was walk on to the bitter ends, knowing that there's a solution to my problem and doing absolutely nothing about it, or to get sober. And I just made that decision, you know, and I reached out to people out here in California, and they got me here. And the first meeting I walked into, there was a lady standing there. She was actually helping someone. I was rude. I walked up and I was like, will you please help me? Like, please help me, dude. Because I was just that desperate. Like, I didn't care who she was. She could have told me she huffed paint. I would have said, I don't care. You have a big book in a hand and a smile on your face. Perfect. And she started laughing at me. And I was like, lady, I'm literally begging you for help. Like, please help me. And she said, Heather, are you willing to go to any lengths for victory over drugs and alcohol? And I said yes. And I think that's the first time in my life that I've ever told the truth, because today my life shows that, you know? She told me really hard things about myself, you know, like, it wasn't about me anymore, and I'm ungrateful, and I had my time, you know, and try thinking about someone else when you feel bad, you know, and I didn't really believe that it worked, you know, like, I did not believe the program worked. I thought there was always something on the side, or, you know, they had hookers, the guys in the meeting, you know, they're doing something, but it didn't really catch on for me until I was in sober living. I was living with a bunch of people from Oklahoma, and I was like, I don't know these girls, dude. And they're super messy. And I called my sponsor, and I'm all pissed off. I'm like, what? Dude, these girls suck, you know? Like, what do I do? And she said, clean the whole house every week. And I got mad, and I was like, no, dude, like, I'm not cleaning the house every week. Like, they make the mess. Like, why am I doing this? And she said, you said you'd be willing to go to any lengths for victory over drugs and alcohol, clean the whole house. And this crazy thing happened. So the first week, like, the girls were like just watching me clean, and then the house manager shouts me out, and then they get jealous, right? And next thing you know, like, week by week by week on that Sunday, another girl joins and another girl joins. And it finally, I think it was like 4 or 5 weeks in, all the girls get up on a Sunday morning and they turn the TV on, and they got the music blaring, and I turn around and I'm looking at everybody, and they're having a good time while cleaning, you know? And these girls who didn't want to do shit for themselves, you know, absolutely nothing. And for the first time in my life, I understood what it meant to do something that was outside of my will and watch God work. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, like, I'm hustling bus money, like I would hustle drugs. I'm hustling bus money so me and these girls can get on the bus to go to meetings, you know, and I'm watching the light turn on in their eyes, and I got to see God work for the first time, you know, all because for just a split second, I didn't think about myself, and I just repeated it over and over and over again. And I worked my steps thoroughly, you know, like in my 4th and my 5th, like, I truly got honest. I got rid of those nasty things that I held onto, that bag of rocks, you know, that we drag around that keep us sick, because I wanted to feel when I helped people. I didn't want to fake it anymore. And when I hold on to these resentments and this fear and this dishonesty, I couldn't feel it, you know? And so it just that one pivotal moment is just one tiny little thing, that's one blessing that I've gotten out of the million. My life is so paid today. You know, my sponsees are the highlight of my life. Today I woke up and I have a sponsee who just got a year, and I cried. I cried this morning. Because it's the most ultimate gift for somebody who had absolutely no purpose their whole life. I had no purpose. My purpose was to wake up in the morning, get loaded, might get beat up, you know, might talk some shit if I'm lucky, you know, and then go to sleep and do it over and over and over again. Like today, like I get the opportunity to sit down with a broken woman who has no idea of what's even going on with themselves, and just sit down, and all I do is read with them, and I love them to the best of my ability, because obviously I'm human, I make mistakes, you know, and I watch the light turn on in their eyes, and it drives me. It drives me when their parents, you know, I get to meet them on their birthdays, and they come up to me and they thank me for something that, like, God did, you know, like all I did was read with her and answer her phone calls when she's having a nervous breakdown. And like, what more could I ask for in this lifetime? You know, especially when I was nothing. I was absolutely nothing. And I just keep expanding. I started going into the prisons with H&I, and that was like a huge wake-up call for me. Because when we get sober, like, we get things in life. I'm a full-time college student. I helped run a treatment center for a really long time. And your ego builds, your ego builds and it builds and it builds. And I'm helping all these people. And then I walked into the prisons. And I had a huge reality check recently about, like, man, am I really grateful for the things that I have in my life? But this program gave me an opportunity to do that I would have never had before. I always call Alcoholics Anonymous like the advanced learning system, like it's the advanced learning system for somebody like me. Because I needed so desperately a way to clear away Heather in order to see the truth. In order to see what was actually going on around me, in order to think about other people, to have different opportunities, and to not suffer anymore. Suffering for me right now, it's a choice. It's a choice to suffer, because I've been given the tools countless times to change the trajectory of my life, and I have to remember that, and for those of you who are still suffering or who are struggling, I really hope. And I pray for you. I pray for all the new people, or all the people who are suffering every day, and those in prison too, that you take some time to yourself and you really think about it, like taking time out of your day to just sit with yourself and recognize where you're at in life changes so much, and being able to know what you want or who you want to be, or just have a genuine idea and then ask questions. That's what Alcoholics Anonymous is all about. Like, trust God, clean house, and help other people. And how do I do it? How do I do it? And I continue to do that same thing every single day. I wake up, I remind myself that I'm an alcoholic, and that's beautiful, a beautiful thing. It's not a punishment, and I just try to be a better me. I just try to be a better person and try to help people, not just in AA, when I'm at the grocery store too. Sometimes I see old people who need help, and I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Or just be friendly and kind, play the good Samaritan, like our pain is something that should motivate us to be better individuals. It's not something that has to debilitate us, and we're given that choice in this program, so I really appreciate you guys, having me come here and speak. It's an honor to be able to help people every single day. And that's all I got.
Love it.
Beautiful.
So good.
Really good.
That was so good.
Fluid. The 25 minutes just flew by.
I was in it.
I know,
felt
bro.
it.
Like, I had to go pee the whole time, but I couldn't leave.
Yeah, I did too.
Because I was,
I did too, because I didn't go before the meeting, so
Me
I was
either.
late. So good. Amazing.
I mean, I'm
So true.
over here on Instagram Live as well. And this thing, I've never seen it pop like this, bro. All of the comments that people were just like, amen, sister.
Yeah.
So much good stuff. That was so beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yeah. It
Super
is
stoked
true.
on your recovery.
Yeah. If you're willing to do it, you got to put your hands you got to put your life in the hands of another woman or man,
Yeah.
and not question what their desire is. Just do it. That's it.
I liked it. I mean, what your sponsor said
Yeah.
is what every sponsor should say to the individual before they accept them into their sponsorship family. Are you willing
Yeah. Mine did.
to go to any lengths?
Yeah, mine did too.
Mine did.
Are you willing to go to any lengths? What did she say after that? Because I like how she said it.
Am I willing to go to any lengths for victory over drugs? and
Victory over drugs and victory. Guys, how many of you guys are willing to go to any lengths
I see a big barbarian with a sword in his hand screaming that.
for victory?
Bit flying everywhere.
For
To victory!
Seriously though, victory over drugs and alcohol.
It's powerful.
I agree.
It's powerful when you think about it.
It is very powerful, because when you were talking about what you were talking about, I was reflecting back to when I was so powerless. I think I was telling you and Jasmine before the meeting started, there was a point where I was so powerless that I had given up all hope. And it wasn't I had given up all hope. People hadn't. Not everybody had given up hope on me, and God had not given up hope on me. And and God sent his angel in the form of a 6'5" black dude, kicked into my front door, bail agent, because he was like, I'm not done with you.
Yeah.
And I got a glimmer of hope back.
The bounty hunter.
Yeah. Bro, have you seen this fool? He made you look small, Shane. Dude fucking kicked my door. Comes
Bro, I
running
can
up my
imagine
stairs.
where you were there.
And I was like,
You
here's
were
the
lying
thing.
on the ground looking up.
Here's the thing. I was weighing about, maybe $140.
Jesus Christ.
You know, all methed out.
Wow.
Hadn't eaten or.
This guy was for sure 100 pounds more than you.
he was
Just
like
guaranteed.
He was like
He's
280, bro. 250,
Shit.
280.
It's a big boy.
Yeah.
Good.
And he was all like, solid
Yeah.
muscle. And I was like, I'm done. I surrendered.
I love what you said about congratulations on your journey, because
Yeah.
I think
Thank you.
the biggest thing for everybody, and even including my own personal journey, is like, not everybody has to, but sometimes we trip and fall and stumble, but we get back up because we're in these seats. And I'm gonna hold on to mine, and I hope that you hold on to yours. But I love what you said about, took me to a long time, like, I'm the problem.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, even sober,
Yeah.
I'm the problem.
Yes.
But I'm so thankful that I have the tools, because I know how to sort that out.
Yeah.
And that for me is like, you talking about spending time by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's so solid, because that's when certain things, or can talk to you. You can a lot of stuff. You can figure a lot of stuff out about yourself. That I think all of us, to try to quiet that little hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Because that bitch, fuck. She's running ultra marathons all motherfucking day.
Circle.
Like
Oh,
circles,
Yeah.
donuts.
Yeah.
Shit, right?
Yeah, she's a beast.
Damn.
But I loved it. So good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so good. Should we open it up?
May as well.
All right.
Or we could let Matt wait another few minutes.
Let's go, Matt.
Let's talk for a little bit
Let's just
longer.
sit here, actually.
All right. Okay, so let's take a peek here, guys. Really quick, you get 3 minutes. Everybody gets 3 minutes. There'll be a timer. When you hear the little ding, it's time to wrap it up. Guys,
Yeah.
if you see anything weird,
Oh God.
please put it in the comments. But like, if you see
No.
something that looks suspicious, we don't want any porn on our on our meeting, man.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago we had some. I am gonna say that Shane wasn't here that night, so I don't know if it was him that did that. I don't have definitive
like-
proof.
Literally forgot about it. Stop talking about it.
I'm not gonna stop talking about it.
It's terrible. It ruined people's nights.
Yeah, it does. I mean, but I think that's the point. It ruins Emily's night more than anybody's,
Yeah, for sure.
because
I mean,
like
I thought I had a field day, because I just thought it was like funny. But then, on a serious note, it's not.
it's really not funny. And we've got
Kids and stuff.
Let's please understand the person doing it is sick.
Yeah, exactly.
and
So
looking
that's
for
what's
attention.
like sad.
So we're just dealing with mental health issues here, bro. I mean,
Are
it
you-
is
are
what
yeah,
it
they
is.
should call.
Are you confessing right now?
No,
Shane?
I'm just saying.
Okay, all right.
I'm just saying that whoever's.
All right,
doing it, please
Matt,
call.
you're up. We're keeping our eye on. We knocked a guy out last week, and he DM'd
called
us
him
later.
two guys.
He was like,
He was real.
he
Two
was,
guys.
yeah. We haven't kicked anybody out.
No, but the one that you did last week, I think one was good and one was real. So yeah, so it was a 50-50 shot.
Matt.
All right, Matt.
Matt, you got a minute. Let's go.
Don't listen
Damn,
to Shane.
you took all my minutes already, Shane.
know.
I ain't got nothing left.
Chad, where you
What's
going,
up, family?
bro?
Matt, grateful recovering addict. Man, that was a definitely powerful share, yo, for sure.
So good.
Liked it a lot. But I felt a lot of that, man, because I tried going a lot of different places, man. Grew up in Jersey, raised in Brooklyn. Left out there to go out to Ohio to try to get better. Because I was just a grade A fuck up, and I just couldn't get right. So I went out to Ohio to try to get better, and ended up doing 6 years in prison. So clearly I didn't get better. And you would think that would clean you up, and came out of prison and didn't do any better. Spent the next 6 years in Ohio doing terrible, and came to North Carolina down by my cousin to try to get better, and shit peaked out here, peaked hard. Just got real bad, and and just finally one day I had that aha moment, man, and I got pulled over and had some substances on me, and the cop that came to the car, he pulled me out of the car real quick because he had watched a drug deal go down, and pulled me out of the car real quick. And I was telling him, I was like, hey, before you do anything, I was like, call. And I was like, call so and so. I was like, he'll tell you that I'm a good dude. Call so and so. He's going to tell you I'm a good dude because my cousin's married to a cop in the town. I got pulled over, and he's a narc officer. And he's like, yeah. He's like, we can definitely call him. And he pulled me out of the car, and the same person I was telling him to call got out of the passenger side of the police truck, and came up and they searched me, got what they got, and that was my moment. That was that was who was sent to me to make me stop, man. And it's a true blessing, man. But no matter where I went, running from my problems, and the entire time my problem was me. And it's a fact. And even today my problem is me. No matter how well I'm doing in life, my problem is me. But the difference is I'm doing it sober. And I'm able to process all my emotions today and process all my thoughts properly, and stay sober while doing it. And that's the biggest thing about it. And everybody, man, please don't ever give up on yourselves. And recovery is possible, man. And this world is a better place with you in it. Love you guys.
Hell yeah, Maddie. That a boy. I couldn't see because I didn't see the name because I need the mouse. Huh?
Ashley Osborne.
Nope, it's Joey.
Joey.
What's up, y'all? How are you doing?
Amazing.
Good. Glad to hear it. Sorry I missed last week. I was real sick. Got like 29 degrees down here in Jax Beach, Florida. So got hit with some crazy weather down here. But yeah, Heather, thank you for your share. Some real sick what you said about just the little motivation to stay positive and to be positive in someone's life. We're doing that for somebody else. We're on the right path to our recovery, because not looking for accolades or kudos or anything like that. But when we do reach out and help somebody else, that's 100% why we're doing this, for not only for them, but to help ourselves to be the better version of ourselves. Some of you know, like 9 years ago, I came into this program, got 2 years, and then went back out for 7 years. By the grace of God, I got 90 days today.
Yeah.
So,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, but if in my opinion, my 9 lives were up. So for this alcoholic and drug addict, it's I'm very lucky to be here and to be able to share this with you guys. So just stoked to be a part of the program with you, and everybody keep doing their thing. I'm gonna let you guys have it. I appreciate it, y'all.
Hell yeah!
Thank you.
Congratulations, Joey.
All right, thanks, Joey. And glad you're feeling better. But I am gonna have to say your 29-degree weather might be cold compared to where we're at. But wasn't Chuck Zamzow complaining about -10?
That's fair. That's
Talking to your mic.
That's Fahrenheit or Celsius. What? Is it?
It's Fahrenheit. Was it Fahrenheit, Chuck? Where's Chuck? Zamzow. All you have to do is look for Beavis and Butthead. -15 Fahrenheit, Shane.
It was -10 last week. Right now it's 40 degrees today. I'll take it for sure.
Oh wow, that's a big switch, Aru.
Wait 5 minutes. It's Illinois.
Jennifer said it's minus 15 Fahrenheit where she is. Ashley, you're up.
What is up, everybody? Grateful recovering former shit show, also known as Ashley. Uh, it was an amazing share tonight. I identified with a lot of what you said. You kind of blew my mind. I had like a whole little thing ready to roll, and then listening to you kind of screwed that all up, which I guess might be a good thing. So I'm just gonna cut to it instead of babbling. Hey, Nat, if it's possible, can I have your number so I can talk to you after the meeting?
Oh, for sure.
Cool.
You can. I'll have Emily shoot it to you in the DM or in a DM.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate it. But yeah.
Oh, never mind. Oh, wait. We'll figure it out because apparently it'll stream to YouTube and then that won't be good for me.
Okay. So
I got you. Yeah. We'll get you for sure.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm gonna shut up now because I don't remember anything I had planned on saying. Love you guys.
Ashley, send us a DM on the Hopeaholics page and we'll get you her number.
There you go.
Got it.
Boom.
For sure. Thank you.
Amazing. Ooh, CSC program.
We love the CSC program, by the way.
Oh, wait. You guys, did I tell the group that it was cool just being out and about and people just randomly coming up to me and just being like super gangster and being like, I'm a friend of Bill's and just keep it pushing? That's happened to me 3 times in the past 6 days, talking about like Hopeaholics and like being vocal about what we're doing.
Awesome.
And then kept it pushing, which I thought was actually even cooler, you know? So, thought I'd share.
All right. We've got the CSC program, and you guys are unmuted.
Hey, guys, I'm Michael, and I appreciate you guys. I just want to say I can relate and concur to a lot of the things that the speaker said tonight. I've overdosed multiple times to where my dad, which to give you a little background and history really quick is, my dad raised me by himself since I was 2 months old. It's been me and my dad my entire life. So obviously I love my dad with all my heart. And he told me face to face, he kept worrying about me dying, where I was at, trying to find my body, sometimes. And he told me he wished I would hurry up and die so he quit worrying. You know what I'm saying? So I can relate to what you said about that. But today, I do want to say by programs like this in the correctional facility and programs that are offered, and if you put your time into it, and by the grace of God, with my family, my newborn and stuff, I found something, to give me hope that I want to be, there for more than to go back out and use, because I do believe everybody has a relapse in them, but not everybody has another recovery. You know what I'm saying? And as a former person that can relate to, picking holes in your skin and stuff, I'm one of the ones that have laid on a beach towel and dumped bottles of peroxide on my legs. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, but I also want to say I'm glad that you can smile and laugh about, things like this nowadays, because we look back and the insanity of it, but in reality, it was really sad. You know what I'm saying? But it takes crazy people to understand crazy people. And I just want to say thank you. And once again, thank Hopeaholics for the program and the stuff that you guys offer us.
Awesome. Thank you.
I love it. Thank you guys for coming on.
Yeah, we're stoked that you guys get to come on. Shout out to William Cope and to all the other case managers there at the CSC program. You guys are doing an awesome job. Like I truly wish that when I was incarcerated back, they didn't have programs back then. In the 90s.
I don't even think people weren't vocal.
No.
Because it was like, obviously, I get it, like anonymity, but when it's your own personal journey, people do whatever you personally want. And I personally would like to recover out loud.
And I'm just stoked that there are programs like this, because you know what? You guys can get out and never have to go back.
Yeah.
And, my last detox was 550 North Flower Street in Santa Ana, which is the county jail. It's the best detox in the world for me, because I can't leave. Yeah. I can't ACA or AMA. So appreciate what they got going on over there. All right, we got Jesse up next.
Jesse.
What's up, guys? I'm an addict that identifies as an alcoholic. Thank you for your share. That was amazing. Definitely relate. I was a heroin addict. That was my drug of choice, and I really relate to what you said about 'cause it took me a while to figure out that I was the problem, and like I'd heard that a million times, and I thought I understood it. And it wasn't until like I think a year and a half into my second time around that I realized that like I guess I realized what everyone was trying to tell me because I was sober, but I got suicidal as fuck. And like there was no way I was gonna do drugs. I had too much to lose at that point, but suicide started sounding really nice. And that's when I realized and it like clicked in my brain that like, oh fuck, the problem is right here. It's what's in my head. And that's what I need to work on. And that's when I started taking the steps super serious. Like I'm not gonna go out like that. Like I don't want I wanted to die, but I didn't want to, if that makes sense. And so I went full force with the steps. Haven't made it all the way through yet, but and I started going to therapy because the thought that like it wasn't just suicide in my brain. Like I got a beautiful family, and I'm like, I can't leave them. And then I realized like, oh, that's why people commit murder suicide. And that thought scared the shit out of me. So I started going to therapy on top of AA. And I got to say, once I realized that I'm the problem, that like opened so many doors to help me because now I know what I need to fix, what I need to look at, and it's right there in the mirror. So thank you so much for your share. I really related to that. And if you're sober, then whatever you're doing it right. Thanks, guys.
Love it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse. Kathy. Kathy.
Hi, thank you so much, Kathy Alcoholic. So many jewels. That was such your story is powerful and you're on fire. I don't know that I was so on fire when I was 3, 4. However, I remember when I first came to the program and willing to do anything. I didn't have a sponsor yet, but I had this gal that had like 30 plus years. And I mean, I hadn't even finished reading the book. I'd read like the first initial part. And she would call me out of the blue and tell me, where is this sentence? And I would find it and call her back like in just a handful of minutes. I could not do that today. It was just, I wanted it so bad. I can so identify with your story. It's just beautiful the way. I'm sorry that you had to go through what you had to go through before you finally got it. However, so many people need to hear your story. I mean, I never did heroin, but that was only because I am afraid of needles. I did plenty of other things. And I know today that if I did go out, that's a yet that I would go because the shame, I mean, and like the next generation is worse. I mean, my nephew, I didn't even know for years he was a heroin addict and, and we're up in the Antelope Valley and he living on the streets. And my baby sister, God bless her, I love her so much, but she likes to, I'm more open and she keeps things in and kept it like a dirty little secret. It wasn't out there being talked about. And like my mom would tell me and okay, don't let Karen know that. And I mean, just the power of your story. I mean, I'm 55 years old. I've got 15 years sober, and you put me on fire. I'm so glad I didn't screw up trying to get on the meeting tonight, because I did that last week and got kicked off. You guys are probably thinking I was the person that
Oh
put that up
no.
there. That was up there when I was talking 2 weeks ago and we were all laughing. But no, not cool. And yes, Shane wasn't there. So anyway, it's all good.
I'm so glad that you came on
Anyway,
tonight then and got
no,
in.
thank you so much. You guys, what you're doing is so amazing. And I hope that I can get back to fitting in my home group, because I love coming home and jumping on here and listening to the recovery. So that's all I have. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you, Kathy.
Look at Spur Branch House. Shouted us out. Shane
Ooh,
Chad,
shout
Nat,
out.
y'all the dream team.
Yeah.
That was
Appreciate
nice.
you guys.
Yeah, thanks,
that
Spur
was
Branch House.
Yeah, thanks, Spur Branch.
We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we really do.
All right.
Because trust me, if you guys didn't show up and you weren't here leading, your girl would be stuck with these two.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, it's great. It's every day.
Huh?
It's every day, which is amazing. But it's that much more of a blessing that everyone
Did you see
comes
that
in and helps.
message that somebody DM'd you because
Oh no.
no, I think it's I think it's great. I'm with you, Jocelyn. I feel you. Natalie will check her DM.
Yeah, for
and look
sure.
for you. Yeah. Oh, I'm just called the other man.
Dude, see?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn, don't listen to him. I got you, girl. I'll get it.
Yeah, we'll make sure that Natalie reaches out to you. We do love the whole women talk to women.
I mean, that's how
talk to
it was
men thing.
when I went in the program,
That
because
could be a movie, man. Shane and the other man.
Ew.
Oh my God.
Gross. God.
I'm just
Why
saying.
did he say
Dude,
stuff
like, what?
that?
Oh, I was
the
just
hell?
thinking just now. I'm just catching up.
Yeah,
I'm
which is like horrible. Why are you going there? Like
yeah, dude. So,
Shane.
friendly reminder.
Shane
I forget
and
to
the
tell.
other man.
I forget to tell you guys this. Shane is
You
from
know?
Canada.
We could ride off on a horse together,
Shane is from Canada.
bareback.
it's called Brokeback Mountain. Been
Yeah,
done.
Brokeback.
Yeah, the movie was not very good, bro.
Did you watch it?
Thank you, Rachel. I saw you
Bro,
get a little
did you
chuckle
watch
for
it?
me.
Don't tell
Thank you,
me.
girl. I saw you. Okay.
Again, a
We're
reminder
derailing.
that Shane is from Canada, and my mom is watching this on.
Oh, she is?
my
Why don't I ever see your mom?
Hey.
She's on YouTube.
Hi, Penny.
Oh, that's right. She watches it on live stream.
Hi, Penny.
Yeah,
Hi, Penny.
she puts it on her TV at her house. So.
Really? So
Oh,
I'm
which
full
is even
size.
more
Put it
horrifying.
on me. I'm full size.
No.
Put it on me. I want to see Penny.
Penny, turn it off right now.
My mom will shut it down,
Yeah, she
bro.
will.
She'll shut
You're
it
getting muted
down.
and turned off.
All right.
Okay, Alicia,
yeah.
save us.
Save us.
Hi, guys.
Bring it back.
Yeah, reel it back in immediately.
I'll try. So my name is Alicia. I am an alcoholic and an addict in recovery. So some of you guys know, right now I'm on day 25 of day 28 of the murder trial that I've been on stand for hours and hours and hours for. It's been like the longest month of my life, but also like it kind of went back quickly because I feel like I was just talking to you guys like a week ago. So like through like days of trial, I've been going through like 1,000 pages of messages that I don't remember because I was plotting my next run and then high on meth for the very first time. But yeah, we're going through every single word repetitively. I sat and listened to like lies upon lies about a person I really love, and then me, and then it was also published in the CBC News.
Oh, damn.
I'm now by government name published in the CBC News as a meth user. It was I only used it for 1 week, but whatever. I still hit 500 days sober from meth and then my DOC fentanyl and all other substances. 2 days after I'm just really exhausted. And yeah, so 2 days after I hit after it was published in the news for everybody to see that I used meth, I hit 500 days sober. So I'm taking it as like a humorous like nudge from God, I guess. I never like expected, like I'm very exhausted, but like I'm somehow like managing to like be strong and true to myself, and like I'm spiritually okay. In the next few days it will be over, and like they'll decide like what the fate is, and like if like good and like actual truth will prevail, or if he's just going to be like wrongly accused. In typical fashion, my mom just like fell off the face of the earth when I needed her the most, and also out of logic. But like I'm kind of proud of myself because like I didn't let it like surprise me, or like I'm just like not even fazed by it, to be honest. But yeah, that's everything. Like I'm doing anything and everything to let sobriety have victory. Thank you
Boom.
guys for another great meeting, and thank you for an amazing share.
Thanks, Alicia.
Alicia, I mean, give yourself some grace, dude. You're showing up and realizing that
500 days.
I mean, that's incredible with a lot of stuff getting thrown at you that takes a lot of us out. You're showing up for yourself and realizing like you got this. You and your higher power, to your understanding, that's all you need. You can do anything through his strength. That's all you need.
Who's he?
Mm-hmm. God. God is mine.
I'm just making sure. 500 days. Daytona.
Making sure on me?
Daytona 500 coming up. Huh? Just an FYI. Look at this.
Who are you?
What does that have to do with the price of beans?
Well, Shane is the one who reaches out to your followers. As Shannon,
as well as Shannon.
Well, bro,
who's Shannon?
I'm fucking Shannon. I'm Shannon. So what happens is this: when I talk to text,
Oh,
sometimes it goes
yeah.
to Shannon instead of Shane.
Yeah, Shane is one of those talk to
And I
texters who
just let
doesn't read the text
I just
before
let
he
it
sends
go.
it.
I just
he
let it go.
So
That is
yeah.
hilarious.
So I am Shannon as well.
So
Oh,
you
my
must
goodness.
have.
Yeah, you must have got Shannon one night.
Yeah.
Kevin got Shannon one night.
Shannon one night. Yeah, I thought
Shannon.
Thank you,
Shannon comes
Serenity.
out
Love
after.
you.
talking to some hot chick, you know what I mean? While it's
Oh,
me there in my dirty underwear eating pepper.
Ew.
I'm just saying, that's
Who?
the video.
Again, guys,
What?
friendly reminder.
That's not. I didn't say anything wrong. I said I was sitting in my dirty underwear. What's the big deal?
Chuck, don't laugh
can't.
at this shit.
It's not always dirty.
Absolutely disgusting.
Not always dirty. Just if I work more than 2 or 3 days. Let's go,
Oh my
God.
Sierra.
You even grossed Joe B out. I just saw him like get repulsed.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
What is Joe B wearing tonight? I just wanted to point that out. Is he in like a smoking jacket,
Oh
or
my God.
For the night.
is he? Are you?
Joe B, I'm
are you-
actually glad to see you. I didn't see you earlier, so I'm glad you showed up.
Joe B, are you back to work at the strip club, or
Oh my God.
no?
Wow.
Guys,
No.
pull it back in.
All right, Sierra.
Help us out, girl.
Julian, what the hell's going on with you, man? You're always in
All
the
right,
wrong
shut up.
spot at the wrong time. I mean, you're not in bed anymore. You're not in the car. I'm just saying. Okay, sorry, Sierra.
That's typical talk to text behavior.
It's true. She called me out on it. Thank you.
I'm grateful to be here. I've listened a lot, first time sharing. So
Yes.
great share today. Love that. I wasn't gonna share, but I just kind of felt like I needed to. So something happened this week that just kind of opened my eyes. I am 74 days sober after a relapse, so I made it back, y'all. I'm
Welcome
here.
back, girl. Welcome back. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I was always one of those people that like can't stand cliches. I can't. And like one of them that just kills me, it did before today. Don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle happens.
Yes.
That's Chad's favorite.
That's fine.
You know? So I saw it come into play in my life in a very big way. So in my last 74 days, it's been like the hardest comeback ever. Like it was way, way harder than my first time around. You know, I lost my mom to alcoholism. That was sucky. And then, you know, I've been fighting a case to get my daughter back, my custody. And I got a call a week ago from my caseworker telling me, you know, it's hopeless. You're never going to get her back. This is what's going to happen on court. We're going to close your case and that's it. And so I kind of had to sit with that, and everything in me wanted to just say, you know what, forget this. What am I doing all of this for if, I'm not getting any results? It's ridiculous. And so there goes that saying in my head, don't quit 5 minutes. And then I was like, all right, I'll be all right. I'm going to give it to my higher power, because I am powerless over this also, just like I am with alcohol and everything else, So, fast forward to today, I had court. Long story short, I got a 6-month continuance. They did not terminate my rights. And they heard about my relapse, but also my comeback. So they took that into consideration, and I was willing to let me work towards reunification, which I'd never thought that was
Amazing.
ever going to happen. And I am like forever grateful. And so I'm going to stop talking crap about that little cliche, because that's some real shit right there. Okay. So if anyone needs to hear that, don't give up. Okay.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, that's all I got. And thank you for letting me share. Great meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
So much
Absolutely
good
amazing.
stuff that you just said right there.
Totally.
The comeback is sometimes tougher than the original, but man, the comeback is always better than the setback. I stole that from Tim Smith, just so you guys
I know you did. I knew you were trying not to say it too.
I know that.
I heard you tiptoeing around the 211. You just
And also,
you couldn't.
don't ever let anybody say that something is impossible, because that's just not true. That's the devil.
Right. God doesn't
God
need permission.
Yes. With all things, all we need is God, because he can make anything possible. And your story is another testament of you powering through, showing up for yourself, and not listening to that little voice, because look what happened to you today in court. I love that.
Praise Jesus.
It's amazing. So, I mean, it's incredible. Yes, Jesus. Huh?
Ashley?
Unmute, I'm unmuting. What's up, guys? Ashley, I'm back. Sorry. Sierra, if I can talk to you for a sec, I just want to say, first off, congratulations. Second off, from somebody who's been exactly in that standpoint and was told it's not going to happen, this court date, we're going to sign your rights over, it's going to be terminated, you're done, give up trying. When I'd done everything possible, I went through outpatient, I'd done everything I could, I was fully clean, I was passing all the drug tests, everything they asked of me, I did. And the answer was still no, because I wasn't good enough. My head went right there too. And I just got my son home the 15th.
Boom.
So it took way longer than I think it should have, but I like instant gratification. I'm an addict. That's never going to go away. Just give it time. Keep doing what you're doing. And if they don't follow through on what they should, make sure you do, because you can. It seems really hard, but honestly, if you just focus all your energy on it, it's
Frederick
not.
Nelson.
You know what I
Stay the
mean? You
course.
focus the energy you can on that, and what you don't have the availability to focus on that, you focus on yourself. And it will come. Trust me, it took a lot to get to that
Stay the
point.
course right through the storm. That's what they say when you're going through the storm, and that guy's on the front on the.
Don't try to steal my dad's tagline.
No, what's he doing? He's on the front of the little thing, of that circle thing. He's on the front of the boat holding on, and all the wind and the rains. Stay the course! Stay the course!
What are you even
He just broke his microphone.
Like, I don't even know what's happening.
That's power.
No.
Bro, I didn't touch
That's
it.
not. That's not.
Can we scroll down a little bit on the comments, because there's a terrible comment again.
Oh no.
What is going on here?
WWE. Thank you.
Jocelyn.
Huh?
Jocelyn, go up. Nope. Up. There we go.
Yeah, call for Shane. Shane Rising.
Another compliment to Shane. Reminds me of the one bald guy on the WWE.
There's a lot of bald dudes on the WWE.
Hey.
Which one?
Yeah.
Let's pick the
like Randy Orton, RKO.
Pick the worst one.
Don't matter.
Who's the worst one?
Don't matter. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, guys.
Joe B's
Joe B, you're
take us
closing
out.
it up, man. You're closing it up.
Joe, I'm glad you showed up tonight. I was getting worried. I didn't see you. Oh, I see you, Charlie.
I had my camera off the first 20 minutes. I was listening, but I was also texting someone else in the rooms that was going through something, so I didn't want to cut off and trying to multitask.
You did a good job,
but
bro.
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here. Shane, it's good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, brother. Take us out. Make us want to smoke, man.
I'm gonna take you out. First of all, to the speaker, that was great. I identified with a lot. Also with what Chad said and what Natalie said. Chad said, you know, for me, I was ready to ride till the wheels fell off. Man, I didn't think I was ever gonna survive and be sober. I thought I was just gonna die when it was time to die, the way I was living, you know. And I don't know if I shared this at YouTube, but fuck it, I gotta give some people hope. I overdosed on fentanyl. That shit killed me.
Wow.
Ambulance saved my life 2 years ago. And the crazy thing about it is, the very next day, I did it all over again for like 3 more weeks, you know. And then I got help because I'm insane.
Yeah.
I just said, don't do that or don't do that amount. You know, I was losing it. I didn't want to live. I didn't want to live.
Shit.
But as someone else said it, I didn't want to die, but I didn't want to live. I just didn't want to kill myself. I was hoping it happened for me, but it didn't. So here we are. I had to get help, and I'm glad I did get help. And, you know, I'm the problem. I learned that today. And for the kids in the CSC program, I know you guys are sitting there and you're hearing shit like 2 out of 10 get this, 8 out of 10 don't get it. Don't believe that shit. The only people that don't get it are the people that don't want to get it. Like right here in the book,
so
How
true.
It Works, chapter 5, page 58. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. That means
Speak
you
on
can
it,
guaranteed
Joe.
to get
You
this.
speak on it, boy.
Do you guys know that the original version said
Guaranteed
never?
to get this. Be honest and pick up that phone. I had to reach out to 5 people today and be vulnerable about shit that I would never be vulnerable about, but it was bothering me. I prayed to God so much, I feel like he was about to put me on mute, but I did it anyway because I couldn't get out of the way because I'm the problem. Natalie said that. I am the fucking problem at all times. Even when I think I'm right, I'm not. Sometimes I got to share it with a bunch of people so they could restore me back to sanity. That's exactly what happened today. And I'm so happy I did that. I would never, when I was out there, be honest about shit that I was being honest about. Ever, 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 because I'm the tough guy, right? I can't let people know I feel emotion and I feel weak. And, you know, certain people are bothering me. I can't let people know that. Guess what? That's when you overdose and die. So don't believe that shit. Talk. Talk as much as you can. Share what's going on. Every single person in this room knows what you're going through. So ask for help. It's okay. If I didn't have this meeting right here, it's funny because someone in this room helped me today. And if I didn't have this meeting in this room, as big of a network I got, this person was the first person to respond. I don't know where I'd be right now at 9:30 at night or 10 o'clock. And I really don't. I was scared today. A lot was going on. And I got through it. And I had a bad 5 hours. But guess what? The day was great. I'm going to go to bed tonight feeling happy because I'm putting in the work. And everyone else should put in the work because you could all do this. 10 out of 10% success rate or 100% success rate if you do this right. It's not that hard. Get out of your own way. Ask for help. Good night.
I'm proud of you, Joe.
I love that.
Thanks, Nat.
Yeah, I am.
It's one of
You
my
did-
favorite.
you
One
did
of my other favorite
great.
quotes from the book.
Is it wrong that I have a word attraction towards Joe?
No, because we know that you're weird.
He's an awesome guy.
Yeah, but you just take an awesome message and then you derail it with nonsense.
I just
Because what he
said-
just said is
I
actually
just-
extremely powerful.
Rarely.
Yes, rarely have we
Where,
seen a person.
where have we seen?
Well, we haven't seen it to fail.
Rarely. Those who cannot. How's it go?
Or will
Will
not
not.
completely give themselves to
Yeah.
the simple program.
What do you guys think about all that?
Work, work.
I give myself.
Do the work.
But that's the thing. Is like all of us are the same. I loved your analogy tonight about the horses. That's me, dog.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
All right, guys, turn on your
I want the first
cameras.
place
Turn
finish.
on your cameras. Turn on your cameras. Because
And
we
shout
are.
out to our family because I know my mom's watching, and
she-
Penny, you are too, and then Charlie, I see you, boy.
I was so misbehaved.
I just want to let everybody know that there's still 38 of you on this meeting, and 38 of you did not leave before the miracle happened tonight. And this miracle all starts as soon as you guys get your camera on, because we are the
Miracle
only
dance.
meeting that does this,
In the world.
Zoom or otherwise.
No one dances out.
That's
So we turn on our cameras.
we'll
It's
let
still-
him.
still-
We'll let him have
Hands
his
in the air.
like secret.
Hands in the air.
Okay. Do we have enough cameras on yet, guys? All right, hands in the air, hands in the air, everybody. Here we go. We are the only
Chad.
meeting that dances out.
God, grant me the serenity
to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Amen.
We love you guys.
Love you guys.
And
See you
thank you for
later.
your lead. Amazing. God is the greatest.
Can you text over Shane your email
Yeah.
address?